If you're a new leader, there's something important for you to hear. The hardest part of leadership isn't the work. It's the change from you being the one who does the work to leading the people who do the work. And most new leaders really aren't prepared for this, not because they're not a good leader, but because no one taught them how to make this transition. So today I'm going to give you 5 tips that most new leaders don't know, but probably should. These are simple. They're going to save you time. They'll prevent unnecessary mistakes, and they're going to help you lead in a way that builds trust, consistency, and real impact. This is LevelSet Leadership. Let's get into it. Tip 1, you are not the doer anymore. The first thing that most leaders get wrong is this. They keep trying to be the best individual contributor. They jump in, they fix things, and they take over. While it feels productive, it's actually damaging because your role is no longer to do the work. Your role is to build the people who do the work. If you're always stepping in, your team never grows. So here's the change. Instead of asking, how do I get this done? Start asking, who can I develop to handle this? That one mindset change will multiply your impact. Tip 2, clarity is your primary job. Most new leaders think their job is to manage performance. Your job is to create clarity, because when people are unclear, they hesitate and make mistakes or get frustrated. And then leaders assume it's a performance issue when it actually is a clarity issue. So what does clarity actually look like? Having clear expectations and setting clear priorities and defining success. If your team is struggling, ask yourself, have I made this simple and clear? Because clarity reduces confusion, and confusion is one of the biggest drains on time and energy in an organization. Step 3, consistency builds trust, not intensity. New leaders often try to prove themselves. They show up intensely. They push hard, they react quickly, but leadership isn't built on intensity. It's built on consistency. Your team doesn't need you to be great once in a while. They need to know you are every day. Can they predict how you're going to respond? Can they trust your decisions? Can they rely on your presence? Because inconsistency creates anxiety, and anxiety kills performance. So instead of asking, how do I show up strong today? Ask, how do I show up the same way every day? That is what builds trust. Tip 4, feedback is a daily responsibility, not a formal event. Most leaders wait too long to give feedback. They save it for performance reviews, or unfortunately when something goes wrong, and by then it's too late. Feedback should not be formal. It should be frequent, quick, specific, timely. When something needs correction, address it early, because small adjustments early can prevent big problems later. And here's the key. Feedback is not about criticism. It's about development. If your team sees feedback as punishment, they'll avoid it. If they see it as growth, they'll seek it. That is the environment you want to create, especially when they're doing things correctly. Tip 5, your behavior sets the culture. And here's the last thing that most leaders underestimate. Your team is always watching you, not just what you say, but what you do. If you work late every night, they're going to think they have to. If you react emotionally, they'll be cautious. If you avoid tough conversations, they will too. Culture is not what you say, it's what you model. So if you want accountability, you be more accountable. If you want ownership, you show more ownership. And if you want professionalism, demonstrate it consistently. Because whether you realize it or not, you are setting the standard every single day. So let's bring all of this together. If you're a new leader, remember this. You're not the doer anymore. Your job is to develop others. Clarity is your responsibility. If people are confused, that's on you to fix. Consistency builds trust, not intensity. Feedback should be ongoing, not occasionally, and your behavior will define your culture. If you focus on just these 5 things, you will avoid a lot of wasted time and a lot of unnecessary frustration, and you'll grow into your leadership role in a way that strengthens your team, not stresses it. Leadership is not about being perfect, just to be clear, but it is about being intentional. This is LevelSet Leadership. If this helped you, make sure you subscribe. We've got new videos every week to help you lead with intention. And I'll see you at the next one.